So ayan mga ka-JSS, magandang araw po ulit sa inyong lahat at nandito pa rin tayo sa Dubai at ngayon makakasama natin ay si Kuya Prando, isang serial entrepreneur dito sa Dubai. At maraming salamat sir sa panahon. Ang dami niyang ginagawa, may garage, kung ano-anong negosyo. Pag-usapan natin at para mas maintindihan nyo at kayo po'y manood hanggang dulo ng video na ito. Sana po'y makapulot ng aral. Boss Prando, kwento lang, pagkabata, childhood, parang umpisa kasi lahat yan tayo, di ba? Sabi ko nga.
Okay.
So, konting pahappy ako dun sa pagkabata, sang lugar lumaki at ano yung childhood memory na nandiyan pa sa'yo hanggang baon mo ika nga hanggang ngayon.
Oh, very interesting na question yan kasi medyo mahaba-haba to pagsisimulan ko talaga. Pero let me just say na, okay, Frando Sarmiento, ako actually, I was born in a small fishing village sa Occidental Mindoro.
Okay.
Saan yan? Let me mention the barangay. It's called Tayamaan.
Uh-huh.
It's a small fishing village in the middle of nowhere sa Occidental Mindoro. Pero my father is from Bicol, from Quezon Catanduanes, who was a soldier back then sa Philippine Air Force. Ang Fernando Air Base in Lipa City.
Okay.
And we would always go on vacation on trips to Lipa City from Mindoro. Ang nanay ko is from Mindoro. They met in Lipa City when she was in college. And that's how it started. So that's the thing. I'm very yung background natin. Very, very normal Filipino background na pinanggalingan natin. So I would say na hindi naman siguro serial entrepreneur. More on just taking opportunities as they come along the way. So, ganun lang naman.
Napaka-humble na tao.
So, even though pinanganak ako sa Mindoro, we moved, I think when I was 8 or 9, kasi we keep coming back. And then, yung parents ko decided na meron kasi akong first cousin who was living with us, si Kuya Bernard, na is gonna go to university. So, parang, it's a good idea na mag-resettle somewhere na may siguro better access to quality education. So, ganun nangyari. So
lumipat kayo ng Manila?
Ng Lipa City.
Lipa City.
From Lipa City actually na kasi yun ang nangyari. And ever since the house was there.
Yeah.
And then may bahay naman na talaga doon yung father ko where we go for vacation every time.
Okay.
Taga doon na talaga yung father ko when he became a soldier. And doon din nagkakilala sila ng mother ko. So yun yung main story. And I studied there until high school, and then university. I went to Los Baños and then worked in Manila for a few years until I moved to Dubai.
Correct.
Okay. I've been here 20 years na.
Ang tagal, ang bilis, grabe yung highlights nyo. So, bilang anak ng isang sundalo, disciplinarian ba, daddy mo?
No, not at all. Ang disciplinaryo nanay ko.
Mas
Baliktad. Napakabait ng, hindi naman sa napakabait, more masyado lang, may pagka-neutral yung tatay ko. And, ganon, hindi siya yung typical na sundalo. Okay. Hindi ganon. Yung mother ko, in a way, ang mas more strict. A lot of my cousins are afraid of my mom.
Okay, so, nung bata, si Boss Prando, ano yung pangarap mo nung bata ka?
Oh, matinding question na ulit yan, Vic. To be frank, hindi ko rin alam up to now.
Talaga?
I would say na I don't know. I think I just live life one day at a time.
Okay.
And enjoy it one day at a time.
You just enjoy the current.
Yeah.
So, okay. Okay, so, napakagandang para sa akin kasi, di ba, parang to be successful, di ba, kung nasa saan ka ngayon, ang dami mo nang narating, ang layo ng narating mo. Alam kong
Hindi ko sure
malayo
yan.
Hindi ko sure kung totoo yun nung lipa papunta ng Dubai.
Yan ang totoo. Marami nang napuntahan kasi marami nang travels, marami nang kung saan nagala na pumunta, pero literally yun, hanggang doon lang.
I-believe ako sa pagka-humble niyo. So, ganito sir, so pag-usapan natin, so nasa Manila ka na, nagkoleyo ka na, o ano yung mga
Los Baños, and then after Los Baños, nagtrabaho sa Manila.
Okay, so first job, ano yung unang trabaho?
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Oo nga. Ang first job ko, currency trader. I was handling a team of siguro about 20. Tapos, the strange thing is, ang team members ko is anywhere from 20 plus to 50. And I was a fresh grad.
Okay.
And to have to be given
UP Las Baños ba ta?
Los Baños, UP Los Baños. So,
Grabe.
yung responsibility was strange. Pero siguro the way you carry yourself, you try to carry yourself as if someone who's experienced and not that young, even though you know you're very young, but no one has to know that. Parang ganon.
Okay. Okay. So, experience pagkatapos ng trabaho mo to dito sa Manila, ano yung ika nga masasabi mo na naging parte ng buhay mo ngayon na natutunan mo siyempre sa first job, ang daming na hindi tinuturo sa eskwelahan eh.
Yes.
'Di ba? Na parang pag ito yung theory sa school, pagdating ng actual magkaiba eh. So ikaw, kumbaga isang bagay o mga ilang bagay kung ilan man yan na natutunan mo at naging parte ng buhay mo ngayon at naging parte ng success mo. Ano yung napulot mo dito sa first job mo na to?
Oh, matinding tanong na naman yan. Pero my first, yun yung first 2 years ko nga before I went to a German company, Bosch sa Manila.
Yeah.
Pero I remember, kasi, ito yung good example. There was 9/11.
Okay.
The attack sa New York. And as a currency trader and managing a team, you're watching Philippine time. I think it was just about sundown or 6 or 7 a.m. in the evening when the first plane hit. And then you go think to yourself, oh my goodness, I'm gonna make money out of the miseries of other people. So, yun yung alam mo na you're making money by making a position in currency trading.
Okay.
At the back of, at the behest of kung ano man yung nangyayari sa mundo. And then, so parang, it's kind of like thing. Plus, double whammy. And then I remember na I went on for 3 straight nights without sleeping.
Grabe yan.
Kasi I was looking at it. Well, as part siguro, as an individual getting such a responsibility, parang sarili mong motivation na you have to be responsible of some other person's money.
Yeah.
Investors' money and and you're young. So I think what really ang nangyari sa experience ko in currency trading is it helped me to mature faster than I should or I would.
Okay.
And then tayo naman malimit when we're at that age, when we're fresh grad or even in uni. Lagi natin iniisip na when you're young, you feel like you know the world and you can conquer the world.
Yeah.
Until you get thrown those
Absolutely.
curveballs and like, oh my goodness, hindi pa pala ako ganun ka-matured. So, and that's the thing. I think it hastened my supposed maturity.
Okay. So would you consider that as the biggest challenge dun sa career mo na yun ng first job nung dumating? Kasi hindi biro yung mag-stay ka ng halos 3 gabing kami kung hindi ka natutulog eh.
Kasi I think when you're young, you just have so much energy and then you just think you don't have any experiences. So parang whatever is thrown at you, you just take it as it is.
Yeah, pero yung taking full responsibilities kung ano yung trabaho mong gustong kailangan mong gawin at pagpuyatan at ginawa mo. 'Di ba parang sa akin ibang level yun eh ng taking responsibilities.
That's a good observation. Kaya lang ako kasi growing up, siguro ko rin yun. My own personal motivation or whatever it is. Or family background, or I don't know which background helped me think that way. Kasi even sa university, I remember nung freshman ako, I went to finals na the first sem na all 3 big subjects, I have to take finals exam and 3 days separate nights. Hindi rin ako natulog 3 straight nights. I was 16 years old.
So mahilig kang din mag-aral?
Hindi rin. Mapipilitan ka kasi hindi ka babagsak ka pag di ka nag-aral eh.
Okay.
The way I was thinking when I was younger is this. I don't care na hindi ako matulog, basta wag lang ako babagsak. I don't care na hindi ako top sa class.
Okay.
Ang bahalaga, wag lang bumagsak.
Ang galing.
Yun lang yung motivation ko kasi para sa akin, when I was in uni, when I was high school, iba rin yung mentality ko eh. You have to maintain a certain average so you can go to good university. So I have to maintain a little. Okay. I didn't mind being, top 10, top 5, top whatever.
But you end up cum laude?
Hindi naman. Pwede rin. Nung college ko dapat. Pero ito naman yung mentality ko ulit.
Okay.
When I was in junior ko, I was tatawag doon sa amin sa Los Baños College Scholar. So that means you're on the way to being a cum laude graduate minimum.
Yeah.
Pero sa akin, the mentality ko, which is probably hindi ganun nakaka-inspire na sabihin. Pero this is how I thought when I was younger na para sa akin, mas gugustuhin kong i-enjoy ang life ko as a young person in university because I will never be back being a student ever again.
I agree.
So, and for me, ang laban is in real life, and I don't know why I think that way at such an early age. Ang sinasabi ko sa akin dati is that it's how you live your life when you're out of school na. It's how you prove your worth and yourself. It's not the grades that will take you wherever.
Absolutely.
I don't know, maybe siguro hindi, ganito na lang. Mahilig kasi ako manood ng mga movies. And I enjoy reading cultures from all over the world, movies from all over the world, even foreign language films. And I always say na learning other people's emotions through movies helps a lot to mature then.
Absolutely.
Kasi you can put yourself on other people's shoes.
Tama.
So, I guess yung mga background ko of immersing myself to different people's lives, culture, books, whatever,
Galing.
the things that I like to read. Siguro that's the reason why I thought that way even at a young age.
Galing.
I don't really care about not being cum laude. That's all grades. That's just superficial. What matters is if I'm out of this school, gaano ko ba
Exactly.
ma-prove
Exactly.
yung worth ko. So, I'd rather, ayun nga, ang problema nun is, well, hindi naman problema. What happened was, I really did enjoy my university. Kung ano man yung ginagawa ng mga estudyante ng panahon na yun, yun na yung ginagawa ko.
Ang galing.
Hanggang gumraduate.
Pero ang galing. So, at I think siguro sa ngayon, naging parte yun. Yung sa murang edad, natutunan mo yung multicultural sa panunod ng pelikula and everything. At sa kitang-kita, na ngayon, ang dami mong kaibigan ng multicultural sa Dubai eh. So, parang, okay, balikan natin. So, kailan dumating yung opportunity ng Dubai?
Yes, another good question. Kasi ever since, well, may cousin ako na who's married to a Jordanian Palestinian. And they're based in Dubai since the 90s. Tapos,
Okay.
they have kids. Babakasyon sila sa Pilipinas. They would stay sa bahay namin sa Lipa.
Okay.
My first cousin, si Ate Grace or Ate Bebet as we call them sa Mindoro. And yun, and they would say na, my name sa family namin, my nickname is Loy.
Loy.
So, yes, both of them, they would
Hindi
say.
malayong Lloyd.
I don't know,
Lloyd.
Frando Luis.
Okay.
From maybe
Akala
San
ko
Luis.
Sir
I don't know.
John Lloyd.
I have no idea really. Apparently from my
Loy.
aunt Dao, Tita Saning, who is the mom of
Galing.
my Ate Bebet, who called me Loy. I don't know if that's really the story. But anyway, so whenever they go on vacation, sabi nila sa akin, if you feel like trying out sa Dubai, sabi ka lang, nandun kami and we're gonna support you.
Okay.
Oh naman, of course, syempre, I was still in uni when they go on vacation sa Lipa. And then when I graduated, nagbabakasyon pa rin sila. And it never crossed my mind. Or maybe it did, pero hindi ko lang iniisip kasi it has never applied.
Yeah.
And then one day, I woke up, 2004, October. Ito yung isa sa mga funny anecdotes na I don't know kung good mapakinggan, pero hindi, I don't know. The only thing I researched when I decided na I want to try it out kasi parang feeling, I remember telling myself after uni na I'm gonna give Manila a try for 5 years. If it doesn't work out na I get to a certain level that I feel is worth the stay, then I would stay. Otherwise, I would go somewhere. Try it out. I don't really care.
Okay.
Kasi ang mentality ko again is a different mindset na I can live and go anywhere and I will thrive because if other people can do it and thrive anywhere, why can't I?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it doesn't really matter whichever place I would end up.
Absolutely.
So I don't really have a concern na it's better or I'll have a better chance here or there. It's always like
Okay.
nasa sa decision mo yan and your mindset
Tama.
if you would thrive.
Yeah.
So ang ginugol ko lang, may Google na nun. And I don't know if pwedeng isama mo sa clip to, pero the thing that I Googled, can you have do they have beer in Dubai? Check. Okay, I'm coming. That's it. And then I sent an email to my cousin and said,
Okay.
I'm
Makakasurvive na ako sa Dubai. May beer.
I'm gonna try to go to Dubai. And then by January, in just less than 4 months, I'm here in Dubai.
Wonderful.
That's it.
So, mga ilang taong ka nito?
20.
Without revealing your age.
Eto na, kung sinabi ka ng age ko, di ganun na rin na. I was turning 20. I was 25.
Okay.
I was 25.
So, pang ilang trabaho muna sa Manila bago nakapunta? Pang ilang trabaho?
Dalawa sa Manila.
Tapos, ito na yung pangatlo.
Pangatling
Okay.
paglipat ko sa...
So, paglipat
I
sa...
was with Bosch, the German company Bosch
Okay.
in Manila.
Okay.
And then I worked for a German company again here called ThyssenKrupp.
Okay. So, pero sa experience mo, siyempre may konting culture shock. Naharap mo pa agad yung beer?
Yung ginugil mong beer. Yung cousin-in-law ko, syempre, sinama agad ako. Sinama agad ako sa mga good
So,
places.
naniwala ka na tama sagot ni Google na merong beer?
Well, because I've always known na meron dahil kinukwento nila. Pero I wanted to make sure by research.
Sa joke also.
Pero yun nga, I remember my favorite place na dinala ko ng cousin ko and has always been a favorite place to go is Irish Village
Wow.
in Garhoud near the airport.
Okay.
Yeah. Yun yung favorite ko dati. Nung nandun pa ako sa side ng Dubai na yan.
Aha.
Yeah.
Okay, so, nandito ko na sa Dubai. Medyo fast forward tayo ng konti.
Yes.
Nandito na yung buhay ng Dubai. Okay, so experience-wise, oo. Di ba, ang laking adjustment bilang isang, you consider ourselves, di ba, pag nasa ibang bansa ka, di ba, isa OFW, whether we like it or not, kasi magkakaroon ng kontrata. First job, experience dito, ano yung naging adjustment bukod sa, obviously, namimiss din yung pamilya. Siguro, namimiss niyo ba dati niyo kaagad? Hindi naman. Family.
Again,
in general.
ewan ko ba, may iba lang siguro talaga ako mag-isip.
Aha. 25 diba? Parang
25, pero I'm just very independent-minded, very liberal, a very liberal mindset. Even when I was in Manila kasi, I have so many expat friends.
okay.
And hindi ko alam kung dati kung maasar ako or pag sinasabihan nila ako. I remember the first times na naririnig 'yun, ang parang ang unang feeling natin syempre magiging reaction mo is it's ano tawag doon, nakakaasar or
Aha.
ano ba yung word? Nakakaasar or anyway, siguro bordering sa asar. Pag sinabi sa'yo, hindi ka Pilipino.
Mhm.
Yung parang, tsura ko palang Pinoy na Pinoy, di ba? And then apparently, I guess I understood na later on what they meant. Kasi nga, yung behavior ko is probably hindi yung typical
Na kulturang Pinoy.
because kaya kong sumabay sa kanila
Yeah.
in a way na hindi nila nafe-feel na doon ako lumaki.
Okay.
Siguro, again, dahil nga doon
Sa
sa
panonood mo lang
pagbabasa
sa
ko,
pelikula.
I didn't really care where they're from. Kasi sometimes I would know more of their country than they do.
This is-
Nagulat sila. Hindi ko alam yun. Bakit alam mo yan?
Tama.
So, hindi ako... Siguro yung difference is kasi tayo very hospitable tayo.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that they like most about sa atin, sa bansa natin.
Mhm.
Very hospitable, kind, happy, whatever. Siguro ako, parang nagugulat sila sa akin na parang normal lang ko lang silang tinuturing na tropa na not special this, not special that,
Yeah.
and not being too hospitable.
Parang
Normal
equal.
lang. Normal lang. So, siguro, kaya ganun yung tingin nila na nahiritan ako ng gano'n. Na nung una, nakakapi ko nisipin. Pero later on, I realized na, kasi siguro, naiintindihan ko na bakit gano'n din. And in fact, siguro, sa kapwa natin Pinoy, minsan gano'n din ang iniisip sa akin. Parang, si Raulo at si Cardo, parang bakit ganito ito mag-isip. But, kasi hindi ko naman pinapakita yun sa karamihan sa kapwa Pinoy dahil alam ko, hindi rin maintindihan.
Yeah.
So, doon lang na nakikita ng mga kaibigan ko from ibang bansa. So, yun nga ang hirit ng isa nating kaibigan na umalis ngayon,
Yeah.
na nosebleed daw. Pag kapwa Pilipino kausap ko, yung English ko, Filipino accent din.
Okay.
Kaya lang, dahil, para sa akin, instinctive eh.
Yeah.
Without you thinking about it, ang nag-shift siya sa kung ano yung sino yung kausap ko.
Sa tingin ko dahil nga sa panonood ng pelikula pagbasa ng libro, on the other hand, parang yung adaptation mo, di ba? Parang kasi sa Pilipinas, di ba? Parang libat ka sa ibang lugar, tapos iba yung sa lingwahe. Parang minsan, pag mabilis mag-a-adjust Kahit parehong Tagalog, di ba?
Proof ko. Pag nasa Mindoro ako,
Iba yung Tagalog sa
yung
Mindoro.
Tagalog ko, accent namin sa Mindoro.
Exactly.
Pag nasa Lipa ako, Batanggenyo rin accent
Exactly.
ko. Pag nasa Manila ako, Manila rin accent ko.
Yeah.
Without thinking about it.
Yeah.
Instinctive.
Parang feeling mo, parang dito, welcome ako dito kasi ito ako Ang bilis mo mag-adjust.
Sabi nga nila, ang smarter way of communication is speaking the same way the
Exactly.
other person is speaking. Siguro yun yung automatic na instinct ng mind mo na.
Hindi mo naman gusto. Parang normal na sa'yo.
Normal na yan eh. So, even with English, ganun din nangyayari.
Okay.
So,
napakahusay. Which is talaga ko, ang laking advantage. Naobserbahan mo ba na, lalo na ngayon, di ba, dito sa multicultural sa Dubai, di ba? So, ang daming makakasalamuha, marami ka nilang tropang iba-ibang lahi. Sa tingin mo, ano yung naging advantage nito sa'yo?
I guess may certain advantages malamang. And I recognize that. And siguro, I also took advantage of it.
Di ba?
Kaya nga, knowing that I can blend in with the kind of English na they would
Exactly. Kasi parang ikaw, di ba? Parang tayo sa Pilipinas, pag pumuntang Amerikano, ng Tagalog, parang iba kagad yung loob mo O probinsya, galing ka ng di ba, ng Cavite, for example, punta ka ng Batangas, Tagalog parehas, pero iba yung, may differences
Pagkausap ko sila, interviews or work, anything of that matter, no one believes na sa Pilipinas ako lumaki or ako nag-aral. Laging mindset nila is sa US ako nag-aral or UK or wherever.
Galing.
At saka, that's what I'm saying. I took that as I used that as an advantage. Kasi dito sa bansang to, sad to say, but there's a lot of prejudice. Yun ang katotohanan. Walang pakialam dito kung graduate ka sa Pinas sa top school doon or whatever. Hindi kilala doon dito ang makikita mo dito, which is normally hindi mo makikita sa Europe, UK, US,
Oo.
is kapag advertise sa LinkedIn or in the newspapers, it would say na you should be from this country, this language, this universities. Pag other than that, do not apply. That's not allowed in the developed economies.
Same in the UK, di ba? Parang,
In developed economies, hindi. Pero dito, that's how it is. So,
Okay.
knowing that that's the case,
Okay.
I know it's my advantage and I can talk their language.
Absolutely.
So, most of the time, kapag na-interview ako ng mga from other countries, there's always that added layer of an advantage na they want to take me in because they know that
Absolutely.
I probably come
Galing.
from a different school. So,
Ang galing. Hindi, isang skills na parang regalo din sa'yo yan. At mabilis ka mag-adapt. Diba? Palagay ko. Bukod doon sa inaral mo.
maybe.
Okay. Pagdating natin, so trabaho. Experience sa trabaho. Bukod sa nag-iba rin yung trabaho mo pagdating dito, iba rin yung makakasama mo, hindi na mga Pilipino, obviously. At sabi mo nga, naging advantage sa'yo yun.
Yeah.
Madali ka makisalamuha kahit anong lahi ka pa. I could go with anyone.
Actually, na-enjoy ko pa. Kasi for me, it's like the more diverse, the more you learn.
Exactly.
So I cherish and I thrive the more the further away the culture is. Kasi parang cotton ka na, you absorb water.
Absolutely.
You like new information, you like new culture.
Oo. So ano yung mga kauna-unahan? So kung kasi very positive person ka, 'di ba? Parang kitang-kita ko 'yon. Ngayon, siyempre, sabi mo nga ikaw yung tipong walang goals. Nung dumating ka na sa Dubai.
Siguro meron hindi ko lang alam.
Oo, so pero nung dumating ka na sa Dubai, siyempre may 25 eh. Ano yung iniisip mo na kumbaga do you actually had a goal? So saan ba
I think meron.
Oo.
I think meron. It's more like studying the place before and after nung dumating.
Oo.
It was quick for me to acclimatize and siguro yun nga because of what I know about the world and different cultures. So parang ang isip ko noon, okay, ito yung sistema sa bansang to, this is my plan. My plan is every 2 years I'm gonna look for another job and it's gonna be double the salary every time.
Yeah.
So yun yung sinusunod ko na ideal. And 2 years later, I found a job na double of what I was getting.
Yeah.
I was much better position, blah, blah, blah.
Uh-huh.
And then came the situation naman na kasi yun ang mindset ko. Again, I would say na very prejudiced talaga din sa sinabi ko sa na situation about jobs.
Okay.
Ano yung mga kailangan na you have to have.
Uh-huh.
So I took advantage as well nga yung sinasabi ko na yung alam ko.
So every 2 years dapat ganun yung mindset mo.
Ang iniisip ko naman is the way you fight it out is this. You have to use logic, and then I was coming from sales, so I also know the basic logic of this. If you want to look for jobs na would pay just like other nationalities, meron yan. And how do you do that? Is in sales, it's a numbers game.
Okay.
Yeah, pag nag-apply ka in 10 jobs at hindi ka nakuha, malamang sumuko ka. But if I'm gonna go for 100 applications, for sure, somewhere, I'll get one.
Ang galing. 10x rules.
And that's it.
Labasan mo ba yung 10x rules sa libro?
I may have, pero I may have come across many sales and business development.
That's my favorite book. I'll just share a little bit of it. Diba? Parang very similar for that matters. Diba? Sabi mo nga, if you're, kasi i-multiply mo lang. So, and I agree with what you said about in terms of,
It's a numbers game.
Yeah. So, ang sinasabi niya lang, if you're setting a goals, you need 100,000 income, let's say in a month, whatever. You just aim to 1 million instead of 100,000.
Yes.
And then, obviously, the effort, it will be 10x as well.
Parang manifesting din yan eh.
Yeah.
Kung ano yung ilagay mo sa mind mo, yun ang mangyayari.
Yeah. So ang kagandahan yun. Parang pag sinabi mo kasi, di ba, we're setting, karamihan sa mindset natin, magsiset tayo ng goals, which is realistic goals para hindi ka daw disappointed, di ba? Pati yung effort na ibibigay mo dun sa sinit mo na ikaw din yung nag-set ng goals is komportable sa'yo. Di ba? So, para ma-hit mo. Tapos pag na-hit mo, I hit the target. Diba?
May other side din yan na alam mong mahirap or challenging pero you thrive in the challenge.
Yeah.
Meron din naman ganun na mindset.
Okay.
Depende kung alin yung gagamitin mo. So, whichever motivates you better, then so be it.
Galing. So anyway, kailan dumating yung opportunity para ipundar o itayo yung kauna-unahang negosyo mo dito sa Dubai?
Actually, when employed pa rin ako, when I was in the corporate slavery world, no, I'm joking. I had siguro a few investments here and there back home na silent partner parang ganon or properties ganyan and I was even trading at some point the stock market locally ganyan. So I've always had the sights kasi syempre pag galing ka ng business school, I was agribusiness management, actually agriculture related, but still it's business management.
Yeah.
Pero it was always thought na in school na the idea is for you to open up your own thing.
Yeah.
And then syempre you get comfortable with your corporate life.
Yeah.
You get to travel the world, you're making so much money, you're single and you have such a life adventure, you forget. So
Okay.
parang nung mga panahon na yun, parang, it can wait. Baka pa, kaya, I'll have time later on na mag-open or whatever that is.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I want to open.
Okay.
But there's always that intention na, kung ano man yung,
Dumating.
ano yung logically speaking or there's logic that this can be good, why not? Ganun naman karamihan ng mga na-thriving business eh.
Okay.
We always say na you have to be passionate about what you do. Of course, that's ideal.
Yeah.
Pero out of 100, malamang 1% yun.
Okay.
Ano ba yung malimit na mga billionaire or whatever or whoever who was successful, they stumbled across something that they think will be profitable, not because they really planned it.
Yeah.
Marami namang ganon. And that's what I think. And well and good if you're passionate with something and it works well.
Yeah.
Pero gaano karami ba yung may opportunity or privilege enough to have that opportunity na kung ano yung passion mo yun,
Tama.
di ba?
Yeah.
So ako, on my mind, well, actually, yung kaibigan ko, yung business partner ko sa Luxury sa garage, the one that I first started dito sa Dubai, was a client at another luxury car garage, ganyan, then we became friends. And nahirinan ko lang siya at some point before, sinasabi ko sa kanya na bro, we go here kasi kilala ka, magaling ka, you're skilled, not because of the garage. Anywhere you go, kung saan ka pumunta, susunod naman kami. It doesn't matter kung sino yung garage ito.
Okay.
Tapos, nahirit ko lang sa kaibigan ko, kay Florante, yung kaibigan natin, yung partner natin, na kung kailan ka man komportable na gusto mong tayo ng dalawa magsimula, sabihin mo lang, simulan natin.
Okay.
And
So that's how they started.
Then later on, he just mentioned, ready na ako. And then let's do it. And then we did it.
Wow.
Ganun
So,
lang.
nung nag-transformation ka from working to the corporate world, papunta sa sarili mo ng negosyo, which is the first ever business, o nag-business ka na sa Pilipinas?
Yun nga, I mean, I invested with some other things back
Pero
home.
nandito ka na nun.
Yes,
Nandito ka na nun.
it's silent
Pero this is,
partner.
pero this is the particular one with the
Na
partners,
may
with the
direct participation ako.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, was it obviously pinagplanuhan? Number one, dapat may business plan and everything? Was it?
Nope.
It wasn't the case?
Nope. Okay, ayun nga, yung background is, I told him na, because I saw the logic na, this is very good.
Opportunity.
As a sales and business development guy, how easy it is for me to sell the business kung ganito yung partner ko.
Okay.
Ganitong highly skilled.
Okay.
That's
That's
his
a no-brainer
invest-
decision. Parang
Exactly.
very easy
Yeah,
decision for you to
so,
make.
yes, that's
So-
exactly it. I mean, for sure, we sat down for some numbers,
Okay.
but nothing so fancy like the others when you do a pitch you have to have a proper pitch deck, this, and that for many years. Now you're looking at it as a venture capitalist kind of mindset.
Okay.
Medyo professional na. Hindi ganon. We just sat down with some kind of thing that we have, and we agreed na this makes sense and we can do this. Parang ganon lang.
Galing. Napakahusay. Para sa akin, di ba, parang ikaw yung tipong diretso consistent ka eh. Pagdating dun sa, in terms of, I'm not saying it's not intentional, but obviously it's intentional na mag-join ka dun sa venture na yon. Nung tumalon, from corporate world, hininto na yung trabaho, diretso agad sa business, or it was a side hustle? Okay.
It's kind of a mix. But then eventually I let go of what I had.
Okay.
Parang ganon na.
And then become full-time dito sa
Full-time
business?
na.
Okay. Dito sa negosyo, I mean, obviously, lahat yan roller coaster, ika. Pinaka-challenging point ng pagbibusiness na dumating sa iyo at na-overcome mo, ano yun, kung meron?
I think, siguro, again, based on what I hear, what I've learned, what I saw, may default mindset na agad ako simula pa lang na you shouldn't take businesses like maybe the logic dictates na well and good if you've in 1 or 2 months profitable ka na agad and you don't have to worry about expenses. Syempre, that'd be good. And there are businesses who can thrive like that.
Yeah.
There are many examples. Pero out of the majority, siguro hindi ganun kadami.
Okay.
Mas marami lagi yung you will have to bear the brunt of doing business. Ang lagi kong iniisip dyan sa books in business, they would always say na minimum 2 years, you shouldn't even think if you're gonna make money. You should
Yeah.
Go to
This
2
is
years
survival
of, like,
stage, diba?
survival.
Oo.
So my mindset is that.
Okay.
So I never had prepared ako.
Okay.
So I don't like kasi ako yung mindset ko na siguro in some ways yung maturity of I guess of dealing with things ganun nga kasi
Uh-huh.
I'd rather na hindi ako katulad nung iba na magbi-business na sasabihin ang iniisip ko lang yung good side.
Okay.
Palagi ako in business and other things. I want to see the good side, but I also want to see the bad side.
Understand. Okay.
And I'd rather like yung sinasabi nga nila na yung expectation mo low, but at the same time, pag na-meet naman yun, maganda naman yun. It's well, of course, you see the logic na it's a very profitable business.
Yeah.
Pero what if it doesn't happen?
Yeah.
Then you are more prepared to handle it, knowing na ito yung
Okay.
dapat mong i-manage. So yung risk taking ko, I always take the risk na this is what I'm willing to go through.
Mhm.
And if it has to be that way, so be it.
Okay.
And it's not gonna be easy, for sure. It's like default setting is it's not gonna be easy, but that's part of it. It's not hindi na rin it's not something na parang matatakot ka eh.
Yeah.
It's more like papasukin mo yun talagang kasama niya. So
Exactly.
that's how it is.
Okay. So, parang komportable. Parang first business and everything. So, in terms of capitalization, di ba? Ang kasabay ng iba, again, business word, na sinasabi pag nagtayo ko ng negosyo, lalo pag unang-unang negosyo, malamang-lamang, maaring tumama or maaring hindi.
Correct.
Di ba? So, pero dapat, tama yung sinasabi mo kanina na kung tumama, okay lang din, hindi masakit. Kasi, yung iba, sinasabi nila, di ba?
Masakit yun, pero you're prepared. You understand.
Yeah,
That's part of the
mentality prepared. But in terms of money, ang sinasabi nila, ideally, kung mag-prepare ka ng business, let's say may ipon ko 100,000. They were saying, they started small, which is 10,000. Prepared ka na mawala yan, matalo o hindi. Pero I think you're starting small. Kasi pagdadaanan talaga yung hirap eh. Sa maunang mga buwan.
Ako siguro, when I was still in the corporate world, ang sabi nga nila, when you plan out or you wanna, well, siguro may wisdom on that kind of thing na sabi nila, you have to have at least minimum of your 6 months salary.
Yeah.
Para whatever happens, you will survive and you'll float.
Exactly.
Ako, actually, I made sure na I have years and years. Na
Which is
if
na, mahaba PC mo.
Oo, na if and that's the thing. Siguro, it helped na I'm single.
Okay.
It helps a lot.
absolutely.
Kasi I don't have a family, I don't have kids.
To worry about.
So,
Just for yourself. And which
so
is
even though I'm enjoying my life, traveling the world, partying, drinking, whatever, spending. Pero medyo frugal pa rin naman ako. Even though siguro ang the big spending ko lang talaga is traveling and seeing the world and well, going out and partying. Pero hindi ako mahilig ng luxuries. Well, I think traveling is a kind of luxury. Pero yung the most expensive phones, the most expensive watches, I don't even have any watch or any
There's a watch on
any
the phone.
ring. Wala rin. Wala talaga.
Oo nga. Yun nga, karamihan daw mayayaman ganyan eh.
Mayabang lang. Mayabang lang.
Di ba pag pinamas, in real life, ang daming ganun lang, pa-humble and low-key, ika nga. Ito, si RSA ko na, di ba? Sabi nga niya, nung na-interview siya, hindi ko nga dapat susuin tong Rolex na ito, but nasuot ko po ngayon, naka-chinelas,
Sino yan?
Si Ramon ang, di ba?
Okay.
So, ang dami.
Kahit hindi na interview niya, alam ng lahat.
Di ba? Na parang, those people is not judging you by the book. So, it doesn't mean na wala kang ganun, pero tama yung sinasabi mo again, di ba? Na it is what you, in terms of enjoying of the blessings. So, kung ano yung mayroon ka. At kung nabibigay ng sala, isang ka nasa-satisfied, it doesn't really matter kung ano yung suot mo. Diba? Maaring, diba, lalo sa US, diba? Parang, pag tinignan mo, CEO ng company, naka-t-shirt, naka-rubber shoes. But then, you know, iba-iba tayo. But then it doesn't mean na pag naka-branded ka, mula pa hanggang ulo, successful ka.
Actually,
diba?
Para, ako actually, may parang, lalo kong iniwasan pag may brand na nakalagay or nakatatak. Mas iniiwasan ko parang hindi kaya personally kasi 'yon sa akin.
Yeah, tama.
Mas gusto ko kasi yung idea na I like something not because of the brand dahil gusto ko lang yung dating niya. Kahit pa ang difference is 1 peso, the other one is 100, I'd go for the 1 peso kung yun ang gusto ko, hindi yung dahil what marketing dictated for you to get. So,
ang galing.
Ganon yung mindset ko.
Okay, sir. Oo. So dito nga, so sabi ko parang napaka-compare. So, less than 10% yung in-invest mo dito sa investment, sa first investment mo.
What do you mean like less than 10%?
So, let's say 10% ng, sabi mo nga kung magkano yung ipon o kung magkano yung ibang pera.
That's what I meant by that is in terms of your salary.
Okay.
Yun yung sinunod ko na, or I kind of like siguro yung frugality of how my lifestyle, yung ganun. I know I spend on things, I invest in properties, I bought this, I bought that, pero yung as much as possible, I want to put something.
Yeah. Kasi you're giving your time, di ba? So parang you're giving up your time. Let's say, for example, you're earning 100,000 sa trabaho sa corporate world, and then you're going for the business as a full-time job. If I could earn that in the next 6 months, I'd be okay. Parang ito, trabaho ko to, at least business ko to. Di ba? So the only difference is that in terms of money income, parehas pa rin. So sa sitwasyon mo, yung sinasabi mong whatever you're earning that time, nung sinita mo yung business mo, ilang buwan tumatama o tumama ba agad dun sa income nung pinagalisan?
Actually, we're lucky enough na within siguro within 6 months to 1 year, hindi kailangan ng infusion na.
Okay.
Hindi na agad kailangan ng infusion.
Galing.
So it's in that sense, of course, through the years may rocky patches, just like
Normal.
any business.
Di ba?
May you know, it goes up and down.
Oo.
Pero alam mo na you've already struggled through the years, so it's just a matter of time until
Galing.
things work out. Yeah.
Galing. Kasi 6 months para sa akin, di ba? Na para kitain mo yung income mo dati sa trabaho mo, sa whatever is earning.
No, I meant actually na not about the income that I was getting from my previous job. I meant that like hindi na kailangan yung expenses mo can already be covered by what the
The business is doing. So yung
it doesn't necessarily mean na kung ano yung kinikita ko dati is
nabigay na within 6 months.
No,
Hindi pa.
it's
Hindi mo ba kinikita?
I could have, pero ang sitwasyon namin ng partner ko dati is more like, let's whatever things that we're gonna get, we have to reinvest to make ourselves
To make it
bigger.
big.
So
Roll lang.
So I didn't mind not getting as much as I was
Oh, yeah, understand.
getting when I was a corporate
Okay.
world. Kasi para sa akin, I'd rather na mag-thrive yung business rather than make money
Exactly.
already. I don't actually, yun nga, yung mindset na I'd rather that I take in the word suffer or whatever.
Okay.
Yung challenges,
Ano lang?
let's roll it. Kasi ang balik naman niya sa'yo rin eh.
Oh, tama.
The thing about running your own show is you're your own boss. And
Exactly.
you're doing it for yourself, not for somebody else.
Absolutely.
So if it goes boom, it's for you. It's not for anyone else. So,
Galing.
yun lang yung mindset.
Oo, totoo. So, you giving of your time, so you're working for this company, so you're working for the company rather than corporate. So, you're giving kasi yung...
And keeping on building my network and potential other things that I can do.
Galing, di ba? So kailan dumating sa point na yung kinikita mo sa corporate world, nabibigay na papasweldo sa sarili mo dito sa company?
It goes up and down eh. Depende eh. Kasi nga, we tend to also reinvest.
Okay.
There also are other things. Halimbawa, paano po? Like 3 years ago, I told my friends from university na nandito rin, well, brothers in the fraternity, sabi ko, yung dalawa sa kanila are like entomologists,
Okay.
which means they studied insects in university. So,
Yeah.
and nasa pest control business sila.
Okay.
So I said, sino better else ang mag-manage ng isang pest control company? Hindi kayong dalawa kasi yan yung background nyo, 15, 20 years and you're experts at what you do. And then we have the technical expertise just like my business partners sa garage.
Aha.
And that's why we put up that business and we put up some money and then kaming magkakabrad sa fraternity and sa business. That's why I was telling you earlier, yung gumagawa ng cake kami.
Yeah,
pest
absolutely.
control dun sa...
Ang galing.
So-
so that's the second business.
That's one of them. And then I have my American business partner, Morris, who's a lawyer himself,
Okay.
a systems engineer, an arts degree graduate. I think I remember he was telling me like back in the 90s, he was the youngest to have ever become a partner at Ernst & Young.
Okay. What sort of business is this one? Is it...
Ernst & Young, yung big four accounting firm globally.
Okay.
May apat yan eh.
Galing.
Ernst & Young, EY.
Right.
One of them.
So just two partners. This one is just you.
It's kind of like a projects thing. He's got this business ever since he's a venture capitalist. He's also a Harvard Business School graduate. I remember. But yeah, so we have those things that on a project basis,
Okay.
kung ano naman yung meron, then that's what we do.
Ang galing.
On my own, I also do kind of like brokering because that's the background I come from. Let's say I make deals happen with associates from this side and associates from this side, from gold to crude oil to financial markets to Bitcoin to crypto.
Dami.
Halo-halo kasi for me naman it's I think that's the logic na I follow. If it makes sense, there's perfect logic on the profitability or the opportunity, why not? Make it happen.
Ang galing.
So yun, that's
So,
how
okay.
I see it.
Anong sekreto sa partnership? Kasi madalas ko naririnig sa mga business partners. Madalas, sometimes some of them is took years na partnership, then eventually, I'm just not naming the company, but I heard that in the Philippines, big, huge company,
Yeah.
and eventually, instead of ending the friendship, just ended the partnership in business and then just exit, the other one is exit and both the share of the other one. Anong sikreto mo? Dahil ikaw parang ang dami mong kadile sa mga businesses, lahat, business partner.
I don't know kung ano yung secret.
Nag-work. Anong sikreto?
To be frank, I don't know kung ano man yung secret na yan.
Hindi, meron yan. Parang for somehow nag-work. Walang, kasi parang hindi naging burden o hindi naging hadlang para magpatuloy yung success eh.
I think it's you as a person, how you project yourself is what others will see and feel.
Diba?
Ano yan? Vibration yan eh. Sabi nga nila, everything in life is all about vibration. Our concept of this physical thing is all about energy that's compressed. But it's just a vibrating thing.
Yeah.
Wala talagang real concept of physical matter. It's everything is, sabi nga nila, nafe-feel ko yung vibe mo because there's that energy that we
Okay.
go. Sabi nga, sa quantum physics and quantum mechanics, that's the world of particles or micro things that we cannot see and feel.
Mhm.
It's literally something that's different than the real world that we know. Anyway, so I have this kind of mindset din kasi na kung ano yung papasukin mo is really representing yourself. Siguro as a person, ang lagi kong sinasabi is kindness doesn't cost a thing. Hindi naman ganun kadali. Why don't you just be kind?
Absolutely.
Yun
Pray. Libre naman. Diba?
Libre, and it doesn't cost a thing, and it doesn't hurt you, and it actually gives back a lot more.
Okay.
Why don't you just be naturally nice and kind and polite?
I agree.
And I think people see through that,
Uh-uh.
and maybe that's why it makes life easier for me in terms of
Okay.
easily being friends with a lot more people. Kasi nga, I try and make an effort to be kind and polite, which is the easiest thing for me.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, it's not the easiest if you think it's not the easiest.
Okay.
But once you exercise that it can be easy, it becomes easy.
Okay.
Parang ano rin yan, I quit smoking 3 years ago.
Okay.
I know it's not gonna be easy. I understand. Nag-quit na ako before, and kasi strength of mind yan eh.
Yeah.
Lagi kong example sa ibang mga kaibigan if they have sons or daughters. Kapag sinabi ba sa'yo ng doctor na your son or daughter will die if you don't quit smoking, will you stop? For sure. There you go. It's all in the mind. So, in the same way, when I quit smoking, naisip ko lang, I think I wanna quit. Cold turkey, I quit. Because I know it's gonna be tough, but still, at the same time, I know that I wanna feel good about myself. I wanna feel proud about myself, and I know majority of people in this world will not be able to do what I wanna do. So that's a good motivation to feel good about yourself.
Absolutely.
So for me, why it was easy later on, kasi nga I have that mindset.
Okay.
And if you accept that it will be easy, it will be easy.
Yeah.
If you put it, pag sinabi mo sa sarili mo na hindi ko kaya, mahirap, for sure it will be. And that's what I tell everyone who wants to quit. Hindi ko kaya, mahirap, then it will not be. Because what do you say? I cannot help you with that. But if you are willing to change that attitude and say it can be easy and I can do it, and you can.
Okay. I agree. And I did the same, diba? When I said to myself, I'm gonna stop, I'm gonna quit, I'm just quit. Kasi di ba sa advice pa nga, gradual eh.
Oo, yung vape daw muna. Sabi ko, niloloko ko lang sarili ko niyan.
Oh, yeah. So kung
Titigil ako.
the same with my dad, diba? My dad was smoking for a long time, diba? So 65 siya nag-quit eh. Kasi since
Wag lang tumigil lang mag-inom. Ay, joke.
yun lang di matitik. So anyway,
Si Jeffrey.
nung sinabi sa kanya ng doktor na kailangan mo na magminto, my dad to make the decision for that. And, you know, para sa akin, nahanap-hanapin ng katawan mo yun eh. Kasi immune na siya dun eh.
Yeah.
Kasi for the more than 40 years, he was smoking. But when he did it, bam!
Oo.
Nung sinabi ito, believe ako dun. Diba? Parang, but tama, it will come from you.
Yeah.
Just a commitment of, I'm gonna stop.
Ako kasi I
Commit
started
lang
at 16 na mag-yossi. Then I quit around 40. So it's
Okay.
almost 20 to 30 years.
Yeah.
So patagal-tagal na smoker yun, na bigla kang titigil. Although I did it before, parang na-trip ko lang dati na, why don't I quit for 6 months? And I did. So I knew ever since that I can.
Congratulations. So we're not thinking about, parang ang pahit na nag-use ako nung nakaraan, na hindi na pwede. Ang sama na ng lasa eh.
Nung unang balik,
Oo.
parang,
Yeah.
sama ang lasa.
Pero bumalik ulit.
Pero bumalik ako dahil gusto kong bumalik.
Okay.
Not because I was tempted to go back.
But you're still smoking. You completely
No.
quit. Okay.
Totally quit.
Galing. Galing.
And I hope I don't go back because kung if ever I will go back dahil decision ko, not because I was tempted.
Exactly.
Oo.
I think so. It's the same thing, di ba? Na parang kung gusto mo bumalik, ikaw rin ulit yun. Wala namang makaka-influence ang ibang tao. But then, doon saan lang, balikan lang natin yung partnership. Kasi sabi ko, ito madalas nagiging problema. Parang sa inyo lang, dahil ikaw siguro ay mapait lang talagang partner. Di ba? Sabi mo nga, hindi naman masamang maging mabait. So, never kayo nagkaroon ng argumento or different, kasi minsan 'di ba parang kahit kapatid mo yun nakadugo mo na, minsan magkaiba tayo ng point of view So, even though I would like to go this business, I'd like to bring in this way, but then maybe you're thinking about this way. So how do you kind of, kasi believe ako dahil ikaw ang daming, lahat halos na nakaramihang negosyo mo may partners, correct? So para sa akin, para mag-success yung isang negosyo, dahil bukod sa okay, sige, let's go, whatever you think is ganun ka ba, or in terms of pag nangyari, ikaw may gusto kong gawin, I would like to turn right, your partner's going wanted to turn left. So how you compromise in terms of okay, gusto mo kaliwa, gusto ko kanan, anong gagawin mo?
That's the thing. I guess that boils down to however you want to see it. Is it the matured way of doing things? Is that something that you're willing to do? Yeah. Is that something that you're willing to sacrifice? Is that something that you're willing to go against?
Okay.
But if there's a way na pwede namang pagbigyan mo na and then it can eventually breeze through, why not?
Okay.
So it's not about avoiding conflict. It's it's about managing conflict.
Very practical kasi nakikita ko ikaw kung mag-decisions kasi na as long as it's logical, I'm agree with that, or let's do it for that.
And then even so naman, kasi there are certain ways na even if you may be disagreeing sa isang bagay, that's part of life. That's part of business.
Exactly. But kasi sa akin, di ba, when you have a disagreement, yun yung sinasabi ko, magkaiba ng point of view But if I agree what you say, if you say this is red, you said blue, if I say this is, okay, that's blue, even it's red, there's no disagreement.
That's the thing about business then.
Diba?
The fine line is also like vague.
Yeah.
And it's your decision to take it as, do you think this is the matured way of dealing with it, or you want to blend? It's about the ability to take different roads.
Pero hindi kayo maabot dun sa tipong yun nga. Kasi parang feeling ko sa iyo, parang okay, so you just gauge
So far, so good.
Oo, di ba?
So far, so good.
Kasi ilang taon na tumatakbo yung negosyo?
Going 6.
Di ba? So, I'm sure it's something, somehow, it's either you na talagang kindness ka lang na, okay, pare, okay, let's go for it. Let's do it. Kasi minsan may nakikita siya, o kaya naman ikaw may nakikita na in terms of moving forward in terms of business, di ba? O expansions, whatever. Di ba? Ang sarap na pagka si partner o ikaw nag-propose, pare, gusto kong gawin to for the sake of investing money, for example, for what equipment?
Yes.
O machine in order for us to make it easier for us to moving forward. Sasabihin ni isa, wag mo na pare. Pero ikaw, kasi hindi talaga maiiwasan yun. Hindi ba dumadating sa point nyo yung gano'n? Na tipong, tika mo na pare, sandali lang. Pag-usapan muna natin sandali. Walang gano'n.
Meron naman, syempre, I think normal sa business lahat yan.
Okay.
Even with, sabi mo nga, brothers, sisters, whatever.
Nag-aaway.
You just brought it up na ganito, ganyan, and then
just sit down and
pag-usapan, kung hindi. That's it.
Okay.
It's like, why insist on fighting or whatever?
This is
ang mahalaga pinag-usapan nyo is laid down on the table. Kung ano man yung maging decision, let's go.
Parang ganun. Yun yung nakikita ko. Sa tingin ko kaya ikaw nagiging successful ka sa mga partnership kasi ikaw yung tipong tao. Okay. Diba?
Mahalaga mag-usap.
Mahalaga mag-usap. At the same time, if you see the logic of this
kahit
is logical.
Wala logic
Wala talaga.
Kahit wala logic.
Ikaw yung taong madali kausap.
No. It's not that. If you know that it's not gonna work out naman and magkakagulo lang kayo, so don't just give in. And then you'll have a better interaction later on anyway. Okay. And maybe in the next time, you have your own way as well. Okay. It's give and take.
Okay.
Ganun din sa mag-asawa, di ba?
Exactly.
Minsan, kahit hindi logical, hindi tama sa'yo yung ginagawa ng partner,
agree ka na lang. And then,
wala na disagreement.
Bawi ka na susunod. Compromise. Ka nga. Ang galing.
And that's business. I think that's business. It's all about compromise. So, that's the politics of business.
Okay. So sa madaling salita, ang mapumulot ng aral, kasi pros and cons di ba? You would never experience na based on sa experience ng ibang tao. Na kasi hindi lang ito again theory di ba? In terms of actual, it might work for someone.
I think it's there's no
right and wrong in terms of by having, di ba?
Well, yung right or wrong is depende is sabi nga nila relative.
Oo.
So if in your opinion this is something that you shouldn't do and that's a red line, red flag, whatever.
So, yeah.
That's your own personality and that's your own belief system. Parang belief system naman sa akin kasi is the ability to change my belief.
Yeah.
Kasi that's what I treasure more. My ability to change what I believe compared to before.
That's what I'm saying.
Most people kasi, sabi nga nila, it's hard to teach old dogs new tricks. Ako naman, kabaliktaran.
I'm not-
I think that's really bad. I
Okay.
think it should be that once you get older, you should have more of the patience and the ability to change what you believe in. If there's enough experience and facts to show, now you should change your belief.
Ang galing. Ang galing.
That's what I follow. And I feel better every year, every second, every month. If suddenly I have to change my mindset, my belief, whatever. Kasi sabi ko, oh my God, I'm glad
Aha.
na I'm able to learn na hindi pala ito dapat ang gusto kong mangyari. Or,
Yeah. Pero kasi sa tingin ko kaya sa'yo nag-work, nakakita ko na talaga, bukod sa mabait ka, ang daling, hindi ako matagaw yan, madaling kausap, at at the same time, yung mga bagay-bagay, kaya nagtutuloy-tuloy yung partnership na maganda. Very positive ka. At the same time, alam mong, ito lang yun eh. Para ng disagreement, mas madalas ikaw yung nag-agree yata sa tingin ko.
It's a yes and no. There are times that I have to insist and then say that this is the right way.
And then sometimes it happens. Kasi yung partner mo rin siguro pares kayo. Nagkataon na, okay, si Prando ganito. Let's do that, man. Diba?
I think in anything in life din naman.
Yeah.
Parang ganun din. Kasi sometimes you have to sway, sometimes you have to put your
Distance with the
foot down and say that this is what I want.
galing.
Depende eh.
Okay.
And you're allowed to make wrong decisions kasi that's part of life. Kaya nga ikaw na ang boss eh. So,
Tama.
kung mali man ang decision mo eh, that's all
your
your
responsibility.
responsibility.
Sige.
And kung mali man, so be it. Then try to do something else.
That's life, right?
And I don't subscribe personally for myself
Okay.
na I have to use that straight line na yun na lang.
Tama.
I'd rather that I have the ability to sway and bend.
Just go
Depende-
with the flow.
Ayun nga, relative to the
galing.
situation.
Ang galing. Napakahusay. Siguro yun yung isang sekreto ang masasabi natin.
But here's the thing, there are a lot of successful people na who goes this way, my way or the highway, and that's it.
Yeah.
If it works for them, so it's good.
Yeah.
I think that's the beauty of us people and 8 billion people on earth is the variety on how we think, what we believe, what we subscribe to. Otherwise, boring ang buhay natin.
Tama.
Pare-pare tayo mag-isip.
Tama.
So, there are businesses that thrive because of certain business decisions that work this way,
Aha.
and there are those that thrive on a different one.
I agree 100%.
And that's just how it is. So,
Galing.
I don't think we should, I don't believe na dapat ito lang.
Ang galing. Ang galing nun. So, boss, ang dami ko pang gustong itanong sa inyo, but the
Go
time is
for it.
the time I think is very limited. The next guest is coming.
Sure.
So, advice na lang sa ating mga kababayan. Kumbaga, wisdom na may bibigay natin sa mga kapanood.
Wow. I don't know if I have the right to do that.
Well,
To give an
I mean,
advice.
successful people is always still something that, obviously they can share in terms of, kung nasaan ka ngayon, hindi biro yung narating mo. Sabi ko, ang layo na, at malayo pa ang mararating nyo. Pero, diba, kasi minsan may mga kababayan tayong lugmok.
Yes.
At sana yung maging inspirasyon. Yung ginagawa ko dito sa GSS is mag-inspire at mag-uplift.
And I support that. Natutuwa ako nung sinabi mo yan the first time you called me.
Thank you for that, sir. And I really do appreciate that. So sa akin ngayon, sa makakapanood na maaring sobrang dilim o lugmok sa salitang Tagalog at maaring hindi pa nakikita yung liwanag, sakali lang, kung mayroon kang mensahe para sa kanila, ano yung gusto mong sabihin?
Napakahirap na tanong. Kasi para hindi ko sure kung ako yung karapat-dapat na magbigay ng advice to anyone.
Rapat.
I think in the same manner na sinabi ko kanina about kindness. I think everything in life is about kindness eh. I think lagi ko rin sinasabi what the Dalai Lama said I think many years ago when he said na my religion is the religion of kindness, and I tend to follow that. Kasi in any whatever religion you have, if you are kind, that's really the only formula that works for any religion. If you're kind, what else will you do wrong? You're kind. You're being kind to people.
Yeah.
You're being polite. You're being nice.
Yeah.
And again, as I've said, being kind and polite doesn't cost a thing. It's a personal decision to be kind.
Absolutely.
In the same way that happiness is also can be a decision.
Okay.
Even if you're ayun nga, it's an exercise that you have to follow or do eh. Kasi may bagay na mahirap maging masaya. Pero you can also decide na ayokong damdamin to, gusto kong maging masaya. And it can be decided kasi that's sabi nga nila in manifesting things, manifestation, di ba?
Oo.
You manifest your wealth, your happiness, your well-being with what you would want to believe.
Yeah.
And then it's repetitive dapat eh. Paulit-ulit yun ang mindset mo.
At the same time, you take actions, whatever you're
Yes,
doing. Yeah.
kasi your mindset, your belief system that you're consistent will make you do the action according to that. So nagiging na-exercise mo yung idea na yun ang kailangan kong gawin
Tama.
for this to manifest. Kaya sabi nga nila, in the quantum world, kung ano yung inisip mo, yun ang mangyayari.
Exactly.
There's that supposedly scientific explanation behind it, pero we're still far from it, but there's a way to explain it.
Ang galing. So, maadagdag ko lang, napakaganda nun. Siguro, sa akin, madagdag ko lang sa sinabi niyo, sir. So, parang yun nga. So, sa akin, sa mga pagod na ating kababayan, di ba? Hindi natatapos ang laban. Parang sa akin, just kung may hirap, napapagod tayo ngayon, just be focused on, relate ko sa manifestation. Di ba? Makakahon, pero gawan mo lang ng action. At siguro sa akin, magdasal. Di ba? Number one yun. At gratitude is another words of kindness, na ba? Parang, minsan kasi tayo napupokus masyado sa negative, 'di ba? Na doon tayo nakatingin masyado sa negative eh. I think if you look at the different
Gratitude is a good word.
'di ba? So be grateful kasi ang dami, 'di ba? Kumbaga OFW ngayon na nandito tayo sa ibang bansa, mahirap may pinagdadaanan, pero mayroon pang mas mahirap yung pinagdadaanan sa atin.
Exactly the point ng gratitude.
'Di ba? So just look at it kung ano yung mayroon ka at pasalamatan mo. I'm sure mas makikita mo yung
To heighten that statement, lagi kong sinasabi sa iba na may mga challenges is this. Out of 8 billion people in the world, nasaan percentage ka na may kinakain araw-araw, may bubong, may pamilya, whatever it is.
'di ba?
Halimbawa, wala ka man ito or yung nirereklamo sa buhay mo, pero ilan sa 8 billion nang wala nun?
Totoo.
And then you'll feel, oh nga no. But it's a mindset.
Yeah.
It's how you accept it.
At saka para sa atin, madalas natin natitake for granted, di ba? In normal life, busy life, sobrang busy natin. Pero minsan na-realize natin kung gaano ka-importante yung isang bagay kapag nawala. For example, water, electricity.
Yes.
Di ba? O yung makatulog ka sa malambot na kama. Pag nakita mo yung taong natutulog sa sahig. Di ba? Yun pa lang eh. So sa akin, mga kababayang pagod at hirap na, kung kayo po ay nakakakain pa, di ba? May kuryente, nakakaligo na mainit pag inikot mo yung shower, mainit na tubig at kung nasa malamig na bansa kayo.
Yes.
Pasalamatan natin kasi minsan pag na-focus tayo, nababaliwala yung mga yun eh, 'di ba?
Totoo.
Pasalamatan at magdasal at sana po ay makabangon pa, 'di ba? Babangon at babangon, laban lang.
Laban lang. Totoo
Ayun.
naman. It's a mindset. It's the way you manifest. And siguro may dagdag ko dyan is and this is true anywhere else in the world no matter which culture, kung saan ka man galing.
Yeah.
Dapat we never cease to learn new things. If you have to read, if you have to watch, whatever it is. Kasi sabi nga nila, in this day and age, information is king.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the new oil. Information is the new oil. So the more that you try, and ang learning is not about science and all that lang. Learning can be anything that you can understand or any information that you have.
Okay.
Lagi kong sinasabi dyan is, it is always better to be informed rather than being misinformed. Kasi you can make the right decisions when you are more informed.
Galing. O malapit na tayo matapos, alam ko nandito na yung isang guest. One more sir, ano na lang to. Kumbaga malapit na sa end part na tayo ng mga questioner natin. Kung mayroon kang pasasalamatan na maring kaibigan, parents, kapatid, kuya, I'll give you a chance to say thank you for the people. Mayroon yan eh, I'm sure. This is your time to say thank you for them.
Again, I don't know where to start. Pero ang first thing lagi dyan is magulang, syempre.
Okay.
My father passed away 10 years ago. Siguro yung sacrifices ng father ko coming from nowhere and nothing. And ako rin, especially, I was born from nothing and whatever. Yung nanay ko rin, who sacrificed, both actually sacrificed. Sila yung mga nakagraduate sa family nila nakauna-unahan or never. Sa mother ko, 7 magkakapatid, siya lang nakagraduate or things like that by doing so many things just to get through that level. Kasi they come from the bottom din, mga family na farmers, whatever.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that kind of thing to provide. And I went to good schools not because we are rich.
Yeah.
Pero siguro rich sa pagmamahal at sa pagkalinga and yung pag-support. Not maybe materially rich, but yung the way to yung sacrifice yung richness ng sacrifices.
Galing.
Yun yung nabigay ng mga magulang natin. At syempre, ng mga kamag-anak, whoever they are.
So mom is still around, right? Your mom is still around.
She's still around.
Any message for her?
Syempre, I always say sa nanay ko na mahal ko yan. And that's and salamat for everything, for the sacrifices.
Galing. Napakahusay. Ngayon, last question. Kung mayroon kang gustong sabihin sa batang version ni Prando,
Wow!
anong gusto mong sabihin sa kanya? Layo na narating mo at malayo pa mararating mo. Kung may mensahe ka sa batang version mo, anong gusto mong sabihin sa kanya?
Hindi ko naisip yun Pero I would say na no regrets as always. Just do it.
Galing.
Ah,
Galing.
kasi ang view ko lagi in life is why you shouldn't have any regrets because all the challenges, all the hardships that happen built you to be the person that you are.
So
Kung
congratulations.
wala yun, you will never be the person that you are. So all the challenges, it's your mindset and viewpoint kasi na if that's bad, it's your interpretation of that being bad. But for me, it's everything that happened in life is
It's you,
the reason why you are you.
Yeah.
And I'm a better person because of what happened. So
Ang galing.
I wouldn't want to change the thing.
Ang galing.
Ah.
Oh, maraming salamat.
Maraming
Well,
salamat.
Like I said, ang iksi ng oras kumpara sa pag-uusapan natin dito. But the time is limited
Yes.
and everything. So we really appreciate your time.
Maraming salamat sa invitasyon.
Thank you so much. It's a great honor for us to share your story. And I'm sure ang daming may inspire sa makakapanood nito. At
Kung meron man, salamat sa pakikinig.
thank you so much, sir. Diba? So maybe just website and social media kung meron. And,
Okay.
and
So, hi everyone. My name is Fernando Sarmiento. My core business in Dubai is a repair and maintenance center for luxury car and sports cars. It's called Luxuriant FF Auto Service Center. We deal with a lot of premium European cars, even American and then Asian cars. But the business model is about being budget friendly, and we feel that we are probably the only one with such a kind of like a niche approach in the market that even though you're thinking about such luxury cars, premium cars, sports cars, you're paying on a budget. So it's a very cost friendly business. I also have a pest control business, Red Scorpion Pest Control, with my friends from university. So anyone who would need some support for their house, for their offices, for let's say their food business, restaurants, supermarkets, which are normally having requirements from the Dubai municipality to have at least minimum 2 visits per month for pest control solutions. I have my investment banking law outfit with my American business partner, where we deal with projects ranging from blockchain, industrials, anything of that matter. I do kind of like facilitate and broker deals, so we make deals happen even on a personal basis. So I have a lot of projects left, right, center. Wherever that may be and wherever there's logic in it and when there's return on investment. I have there's BizMoney, which is an AI super app platform that I'm a co-founder and an advisory board member and a few other things. But as I can invite everyone, any opportunities that you feel like can be something that we can explore, please don't hesitate to reach us.
galing.
Email, okay, let me just say the personal
Website.
email because personal email would be not in conflict with other businesses. So it's sarmiento@hotmail.com.
Okay.
Thank you.
So ayan mga kababayan, sana po ay nakapulot ng aral at inspirasyon ang episode na to. Nandito pa rin po tayo sa Dubai at maraming salamat po sa panonood. At kung kayo po ay nag-enjoy, pakishare nyo po ang video na to upang mas marami pang Pilipino ang ma-inspire natin sa ating programa. Maraming salamat po. Hanggang sa muli. Ciao.